The Detroit Eldercare channel is brought to you by Jeff Welsh and the great folks at Right at Home Detroit. Today's guest is Cindy Morley, owner of Parents Changing Spaces.
Hi, I'm Jeff Welsh with the Detroit Eldercare channel. Today we're happy to introduce Cindy Morley with Parents Changing Spaces, which is a senior living referral and placement service, correct?
That's correct, Jeff.
Great. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Let's ask you a few questions about what you do, Cindy.
Okay.
What is Parents Changing Spaces?
Well, Parents Changing Spaces is a free senior living referral and placement service.
Okay.
And what that means is that we help individuals locate and secure all types of senior living. So we actually work with independent senior apartments, we work with independent living with services, assisted living, memory care, we work with adult foster care homes, and we work with skilled nursing facilities as well.
Well, that's pretty much the whole spectrum.
The whole
sounds
gamut,
like.
right.
That's great. So tell me a little bit more about some of the experiences you've had in this type of business.
Well, we've had many experiences, as you can very well imagine. Probably one of the instances that comes to mind would be a family that we helped out who's from out of state. The daughter, adult child, happened to be in the medical field and contacted one of our local hospitals. And at that point, they referred her to me. Her mom and dad lived in the area. Both were getting up in the years. Mom had some cognitive issues. Dad had some physical issues. Both of them were living in independent senior apartments and having a lot of issues.
Right.
Dad was falling a lot. Mom was kind of wandering. So she contacted me and I did the legwork. I did some research on what was available to them that fit within their spectrum, what they were looking for geographically, what the financial budget was, as well as their medical needs, and offered several communities to her. She came into town. We were able to visit them, and she ended up putting her mom and dad into an adult foster care home, where today they are both living in the same room.
Is that
They
right?
have their own private bedroom or bathroom, as well as living in a home as like a family with only 4 other individuals. So, and they are flourishing. Both mom and dad are doing great, and the daughter is very, very happy with her choice.
That's a wonderful story.
Yeah, it's a great story.
How did she find you?
She found me through a hospital. She called one of the local hospitals in
Okay.
town, and they happened to have my name and referred her to me.
Okay. Are there other places people could find your business?
Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, we do have a website.
Okay.
And in addition to that, we have our information at all of the senior centers. We work with all of the healthcare providers in the area, whether it's home care, as yourself,
Right.
or senior transportation, elder law attorneys. We work with anyone who is related to the senior population.
Great. So
Yeah.
the first thing the daughter did was to ask somebody else where she might find some help with this. Then what did the daughter need to do to get fully engaged with you? What are some of the other steps that she took?
Well, generally when a family comes to us, the first thing that we do is we set up an appointment. Now, if it was a local family, we could set up that appointment in the individual's home, in the home setting. We very often go to the hospital. If the individual is in the hospital, we go to nursing homes, rehab centers, at any rate, or we can have a regular telephone conversation, which is what happened with this individual. So we talked over the phone for a great amount of time, and I learned a great deal about what was going on with her parents and what their needs were and how we could help them out, and what type of community would best fit all of their needs.
I know in our industry, the home care side of things, that sometimes the people we're dealing with, the family members, are really short on time.
Correct.
And so you have to try to accommodate them. It sounds like that's what you did for the daughter. From the beginning, phone call till she actually found the right place for her mother and father, how long was that?
Well, in this particular case, it probably was about 2 weeks because I did the research, gave her the information, and then she came into town and we toured their communities. Now, for someone who is local, we have had the opportunity to do placements actually in 1 day.
Wow.
In an emergency situation.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So it can be, pretty quick, or we also have clients who come to us, talk to us, get information from us, and we don't place them for a couple years.
But as little as a day.
As little as a day.
That would be a very serious problem somebody who's probably dealing with in order to have that kind of a time frame, I would think.
A quick discharge from the hospital.
Yeah, excellent
And
point.
that happens.
So what are the advantages, we've just talked about some of them, other advantages of working with a senior living placement service?
Well, there's numerous advantages. I would say that some of the big advantages are the fact that we are in senior communities on a daily basis. So we are very familiar what's going on in our area. We are familiar with what all of their services are, what their amenities are, what their licensing is like, and what their pricing is like. So we have all that information at our fingertips, and we can get that information to our families very, very quickly.
Yeah, great. Why is your service free?
Good question. I always tell people the best way to think about our service is that we are like realtors for seniors. So just the same as a realtor receives a commission after the sale of a home, we receive a referral fee from the senior community after placement. So that's how we have the ability to offer our services of no charge to our family members.
So absolutely no charge to the family?
Absolutely no charge, correct.
That's great.
Correct.
What else would you like to add about your business, Parents Changing Spaces, the industry, or just anything in general?
Well, I would have to say that I think placement services are certainly a way of the future. We are coming or living in a generation that is a sandwich generation, as you well know. We have adult children who have children at home, they have aging parents, they have kids in college, they have grandchildren, and they have jobs. So having a placement service have the ability to give you the information, this pertinent information that you would need possibly at a moment's notice would be a great advantage to a lot of families.
I agree.
Yeah. In addition to that also, as I had mentioned before, we are in these senior communities on a daily basis. We look at their licenses, we look to see how they treat their residents, what their amenities are. So we have the ability to say, okay, mom or dad love to be social. They love to play bingo. Well, community A, B, or C may work for them, but E, F, and G won't. So as I said, because we are in these communities, we have the knowledge of what may work and what may not work.
Just sitting here talking to you and listening to what you have to say, I would have confidence that you could do the job.
Well, thank you very much.
Compelling.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we love to do it. We're very devoted to our families. We stick with our families from beginning to end. So when a family comes to us, we're there for them during that transition period. If they have questions or problems, we'll help them out, answer any questions we can for them. And then after the fact, we're there for them as well. We will do follow-up. We want to make sure that their loved one is in the appropriate community for them, that their loved one is happy, healthy, and flourishing. And then on the same hand, we want to make sure that the family is very happy with the choice as well.
Very good. So how does somebody get a hold of you? What give me your contact information?
Well, they can reach us at our phone numbers. We have an 800 number, which is 844-7-PARENT, P-A-R-E-N-T. Or you can reach me directly at area code 248-875-2052. And then again on our website.
And what's the website?
www.parentschangingspaces.com.
Great. Fantastic. Well, it's been a very informative segment here, listening to you talk about your business and about placement services for seniors. So I really want to thank you for spending this time with us. Cindy Morley with Parents Changing Spaces. I hope you'll check it out. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jeff.